YouTube, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, it is the start of season 5, and for this season I have a very exciting journey I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'm going to be trying to get Iridescent by myself, solo queue. That's going to be the objective for this series, man, and I would appreciate if you guys can stay tuned, because I think we can hit it, man. I think we can hit it. It's going to be a difficult one, but I'm going to try to hit it, man. I see a lot of people online playing on console because of hackers, but you know what, man, I'm going to stick to PC, and let's just see what happens, man. I'm going to have fun with it. Hope you guys do enjoy this series, and let me know if you want to see any specific videos, and I'll make sure to get them covered. Alright, starting off here on our first map for the series. We're in control here on El Asilo, man, and guys, I was moving so far, man, starting this one off. That's 3 down here. I'm going to go on this block here because I know, when we get 3 down, we're in a good position to kind of spawn trap them. So they're probably going to spawn on the right hand side here, so I don't know why I'm looking at the left, but it's alright, man. We managed to get the hill pretty easily, man. So far so good on this offense, and if you can win offense on control, then you're setting yourself up for success, man. So go through here. We tried to hit by the second guy and he takes us out, but guys, let me know what you guys are thinking of season 2 so far. Sorry, season 2. Yo, I'm faded right now. What you guys are thinking of season 5 so far, man? I think there's some positive changes. I really like the camos and stuff, so we're going to be trying to get those in. Let's see how that one goes. Pushing through, we get a nice little 2-piece here, and on the right hand side, I'm just going to see what my teammates can do, if we can go through, if I can get into a power position to kind of spawn trap them. And they've also added a sliding mechanic in as well, man, so hopefully they can fix the sprint, because I feel like the sprint is a bit messed up now. I don't know what they did, but yeah, if they can fix that, man, I'm happy with the sliding change. I think it's a positive change, and slowly but surely we're getting back to the kind of movement that we all want to see. So we go through, make this guy one shot in our base. I've got a pistol out here. My teammate goes in. That's just a great use of teamwork. We're going to go through. We're going to jump across, and some really good shots there. So far, I mean, we're shooting pretty well. We're doing pretty well in terms of map control, and now it's all about the B point. Can we push through? I get the trophy down. I see the guy on the right here. Going to go through again. And right there was just a perfect way to camera my opponent, man. Great play there. We jump across, we take him out. My teammate's on the hill. I'm trying to get on the hill, but at the same time, I want to make sure I'm in cover so that I can kind of watch over them. That's exactly what happens. We get a 3-piece. And now when you get the 3-piece in this scenario, I want to get on the hill because I know that they don't have many players that are going to, push us. So good kind of job there. We get on the hill, we center onto the last guy. We make him one shot. And I mean, honestly, a really flawless round so far, man. So far, so good. I don't really have any problems with how I play, and I think I played this one pretty well, to be honest with you. Gonna go through. They actually managed to kind of break the hill, contest it. Gonna jump on across. That was an unlucky one. He gets the headshot. And now in this scenario, with about 50 seconds left, we just got wiped as well. So you want to, slow the game down, just kind of regain here. We want to just play for some picks, and that's exactly what my teammate does. He gets a 2-piece. We're going to push through, and now the 2-piece is there. We want to make sure we kind of get the advantage. The third goes down. The last guy's sitting on the top AC, and this way we can kind of push through, man. 10 versus 4. This round should be ours, but you don't want to bottle it here. You do not want to bottle it. So we're going to go through, put the trophy system down, try to use every equipment we have, get into the kind of head glitch there. The guy jumps off. We take him out. 10 versus 3. We're going to watch the right hand side. We spot the second, and no need, man. We already take him out, and we start the game off with 12 kills in the first round, man. A pretty good start to the series. I'm feeling confident, guys. I think I'm ready for this challenge, man. I think I'm ready to go all the way to Iridescent, man. Let me know in the comments you guys think I could do this. Don't worry, guys. I know you doubt me, but that's all right, man. If you guys think I could do this, let me know in the comments. For all you haters, man, fuck you, but it's all right. I know I'm gonna get some support from some of you guys, man. Going into the round 2, how can we approach this? We're on the defense. We're getting a bit of confidence now, man. The momentum's starting to show. We got a massive offense win, getting 12 kills. So we're going to push through. I'm going to chuck a grenade on the right hand side, and I want to try set up on just on the right tree here, because in this position I can see the whole right side, I can see the middle if needed, and you just kind of wait for the offense team to make the first move, to be honest, because they're going to be the ones to show their cards. They're going to be the ones to make the first move, and then from there you can kind of play off that. So we go through, we try to take this guy with a pistol, we try to strafe him, and honestly some really poor shots from myself. I should have been able to take him out with a pistol, but luckily my teammate helped me. Now while I'm weak, I'm going to try to snake this head glitch, and it doesn't quite work out, man. Just one of those scenarios where I wasn't sure where he was on the hill, but yeah, they just do a really good job of kind of opening the point on B. My teammates get a 2-piece, and in this situation here, what I want to do is you want to basically get map control. So that is the #1 objective, looking at the minimap and trying to push up, because right now they've basically got 2/3 of the map. They've essentially got their spawn and middle, and we're kind kind of stuck in our spawn. So we're going to have to push through, try to get a bit more map control. And you see here's a good example. Perfect kind of play there. Really good accuracy. We take out both of them. You've managed to push through. And now that the left side's clear, I'm going to push through to the right-hand side. And honestly, man, I think I'm playing this game pretty well so far, man. So far, so good. Going to go to the left here, jump out. I spot one. Going to back off. Now, that Ego Chow is one of those kind of 50-50 plays where if it goes well, I'm like, good play. If it doesn't, I'm like, I shouldn't have made that play. But to be honest, the way it was positioned, the way I kind of jumped out the window, it was more likely that he was going to kill me. So I think I probably made the wrong play there, which is okay, but that's how you learn. Going to go through here, going to go up to the top. I like going through this little jump spot here. Just allows me to maneuver around the map slightly faster. And yeah, in this scenario, I'm just trying to see exactly where they are on the point. So I don't like to just jump down straight away. I like to kind of maneuver around the point. It works out really well. We take out one, going to back off, and just like that, once again, this is what I was talking about, quadrants on the map. You want to push up and get into a position where you're getting more map control. So I had to go through. I spot a guy out in the open. And again, man, if I just waited for maybe 3 seconds there, my timing could have been perfect. I could have taken the guy coming up the stairs and got the guy on B. So that was another scenario where I made the right play, but the timing was just kind of all over the place, which happens a lot, man. It happens a lot in the game. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that grenade, man. I don't know what happened there. We're just kind of trolling. I meant to chuck the nade on the top there, but I don't know what happened there, man. So they get B with quite a lot of ease, to be honest. We didn't really put a lot of pressure on them. And now it's all about kind of just holding A at this point. We're going to go through. I noticed my teammate was in a fight at the back here, and we don't want to give them too much map control. So this middle area is going to be very, very crucial. I noticed they're kind of all over the place. So I'm trying to not stand still. I'm trying to finesse around the map, trying to go through different angles. We go through, we take out one, well, we make him weak. Going to back off, use a grenade as cover, and just try to reposition, man. Try to get into a better position there. We jump across, one's on the A point, and yeah, again, they just seem like they're having a lot of map control in this offense, which isn't what you want to see, man. We're literally 1 kill away from losing the round, man. There you go, he takes me out, and now they have all the map control. So what started off as an okay round, I feel like we just gave them a bit too much map presence on B. And yeah, if you guys are trying to improve where they are now, that is the perfect spawn trap. You see, it's very difficult to try to take them off this little, I don't know what this is called, our catwalk area or something. It's quite difficult to take them off because there's so many head glitches that are just really difficult to kind of shoot them from, man. So they do a really good job on that offense. And it's a bit of a weird one. Both teams winning the offense. I only got 3 kills that round, I believe. And I think the main reason for just my lack of ability that round, to be honest, was I just think the enemies were in a good position. They were kind of set up where if I pushed any area, it seemed like there was more than one player looking at me in all time. I didn't feel like I had many kind of 1v1 gunfights. It was more kind of just getting gunned from positions I wasn't even aware about. So one of those scenarios. But into the round 3 here, can we redeem ourselves in the offense, man? So both teams won the offense. Now, I say offense is normally harder, but honestly, I think it all comes down to the break. If you can get a really good break off your offense, maybe get 3 or 4 down, it does set you up for success because you can get a point down and you got a lot of time to work with. We go through here. I see a sniper, so I probably shouldn't have re-challenged, man. It's just one of those scenarios where in the moment, you know, when the game's going so fast-paced, you just don't really think about it. You don't really realize. So I just kind of held my trigger, held the pre-aim, and yeah, it didn't work out. Now, I'm using an assault rifle, so what I want to do here is think, right, I'm not worried about the hill. I want to set up in a power position. And this right here is probably the best power position on the map, to be honest with you, this left area. So we're going to go through, we're going to chuck a grenade here, and I really like this place. There's 3 people in front of me, so I'm going to use the rock as cover. We take out one, we back off, we take out the second, the third pushes me, but honestly, I played that really well. There's a lot of scenarios there where I could over challenge and just die, but I think I used the rock basically perfectly there. So if you guys want to rewind and really kind of look how I used the rock as cover, it allowed me to, instead of making it a 1v3 gunfight, I essentially made it 3 1v1 gunfights. So what that meant was I separated each gunfight, but I had the cover and I was able to get a 2-piece. This guy goes through, man, great shots there. And you can see on his screen, he just did a simple jump around the corner, but on my screen, it literally looked like Joe Woe, man. He was running around the map. I didn't see anything, and he just literally cameraed me before I could even see him, man. So that is definitely a broken mechanic. You guys want to use the cameraing mechanic if you don't already. All it is literally jumping around corners just to get that kind of advantage over you, that peeker's advantage over your opponent. This guy's sitting on our base, and again, man, it gets kind of mixy. When you get 1 point on offense, it does get quite mixy. It all comes down to the kills, because on the adjustment right here, we don't really know where they are, to be honest with you. There's no red dots. Our teammates are kind of everywhere. So what you want to do is you kind of want to get to a power position, try to play for some picks here, and kind of go from there. So we go through, we take out 1 on the base. My teammates get 2, so now I know, right, that's 3 down. So we're essentially only looking for 1 opponent. The rest are going to be in spawn, and there he is. He's is literally sitting in our building, man. Worst case scenario, he gets a 2-piece. And the only reason he kind of got that 2-piece again was because we don't know where they are. When you're playing solo queue without communication and just generally with no red dots, it is quite difficult to predict the kind of odd man out. And that was just a scenario where we didn't know where he was and he was able to take us out, which, you know, is what it is. Again, you kind of deal with that situation as it happens. We're going to go through here, and 15-15, I don't think we're playing terribly, but as the round's starting to progress, I think the defense team definitely has the advantage. We're not really pushing as a team here. I'm seeing a lot of solo pushes from myself included, and it's just kind of one of those scenarios where I think we're just hoping for some, you know, for some kills on the mini map, and once that happens, we can kind of progress across the map here. And again, not going to happen. The guy comes behind me, and they're just doing a really good job of kind of maneuvering around the map. We're not pushing as a unit, and it all comes down to just pushing as a team here, man. What in my situation, how to play this, if you're a 4 or a solo queue, is you probably all want to go through one side. So say we all go through this left-hand side, maybe one goes through middle, and then you just individually play for kills. So right there, we kind of doing that. It kind of works out okay. We get 3. Now we're going to push through. I'm trying to get to the power position, and that right there was a massive, massive kill. I set up the kill. I got the 2-piece. I'm like, right, now they're going to be spawning at the back here. This is where the pressure's on my opponents. They have to be the ones rotating. We get the guy out in the open. That's 3 down. My teammates are all on the hill, so all I have to worry about is this essentially this left side of the map here. I'm trusting my teammates can get the rest of the time. And just like that, we actually managed to break the hill. So it kind of went down to that position where we went team push, die, maybe 5 times. But on the 6th time, we kind of won our gunfights. And that's what happens on offense. When you're not careful on the defense team, you get a bit complacent. If you get one squad wipe, if you go down one time, the offense team can definitely pounce on that. So for me, offense is really about the opening break. So right there, although we died, let's say 5 times as a squad, I'm being a bit dramatic, maybe like 3 or 4 times as a squad. All it takes is one real push, and that's why it's really important on the defense team not to let the offense team get that first tick early on, because you give them so much time to work with, and then it's just about push until one eventually goes through. So we're going to go through on the left hand side here, and kind of same thing here. I'm going to try to take my advice here, try to watch the left side of the map. As my opponent's on the back sniping, I don't want to be an easy target, so I'm trying to strafe here, strafing this head glitch. Now, I thought this was a good play in the moment, but it was kind of preempted there. I went for the pre-fight because I heard him, and honestly, it was a good play, but it was just one of those plays where it was a bit too early. I pre-fired before he even showed his face, so it kind of went to waste. The guy sniped me and was able to take me out. But that's a good prediction there. We take the guy out on the kind of top there, trying to push our catwalk. We were able to take that guy out. Now that that guy's gone, it just opened up the map now so that we know that, you know, nobody's been pushing through B, and it's a bit easier. Well, so I thought that, but there was a guy on our mountain as well, man. So there's 2 main spots you need to watch out for. One is the left mountain, and one is kind of our catwalk area. So once you kind of clear those spots, you should be a bit more easy to kind of progress through the hard points. On this kind of scenario, you want to make sure you're using your equipment, using your nades, using your stuns, trying to clear the hill as much as possible. Even if they have a trophy system on the hill, you just want to be able to clear it so that your teammates can use their equipment, and eventually you're able to take them out. Gonna go for a nice little jump shot here because I didn't expect him to check it, and that's exactly what happened. He didn't check it. Well, I kind of just trolled there, man. I didn't finish the kill. I thought I did twice in a row. So it's one of those scenarios where you just got to finish your shots, man. Maybe go for a headshot there. But that's okay. We're going to go through to the A side here. The opponents are doing a good job again of kind of pressuring us, man. I think so far it's been 3 offense wins. And again, I think defense is easier as a whole. But I think the way we both play this game, with both teams, is just we're applying a lot of pressure. Right here, really good gunfight. We chucked a stun grenade over. I knew my opponent was probably on the floor there. So instead of going for the close challenge, because it's a lot easier for him, I decided to wrap around, chuck a stun, and just wrap around the corner, man. Great play, cameraed him, and just made sure we won that gunfight with ease. Gonna push through to the right hand side now. Looking at the minimap, there's a guy right there. There's 5 seconds left. This should be a really easy scenario. We go through. I don't realize the second guy's there, and he actually takes me out, man. Not what I want to see. And honestly, the game could have been done right there. If I just read that, if I actually preempt that window, that could have been a completely different round. But looks like the opponents are progressing through to A. In this scenario, you're just going to expect them all to be on A, man. So going to go through. My teammates there. We have not a lot of time to work. We're going to try to get there as quick as I can. Doesn't quite work out. We take out one. We prone. Single tap fire. Take out the second. You know what? We'll take that. Although we kind of lost that objective, we get a 2-piece. 14 versus 11 with just a minute left. We're in a pretty good scenario, but as I mentioned, you can't get complacent here, because what happens is if they get one squad wipe, they're gonna win the round. So we're in a scenario now. We have to be careful. I have to watch behind me. I noticed no one's watching the flank, and I don't want to get flanked. Gonna go through. My teammate starts to pick that one up, so now I'm gonna watch the left hand side. But look what happens, man. Again, I get complacent. I let go of the flank. The guy comes through, and just like that, with a flip of a switch, they're able to take control of the point. And now that's exactly what I'm talking about on on control, man. If you guys are trying to improve in control, one thing you have to make sure you do is just make sure you watch the flank. Make sure on defense you're playing as a unit. You don't all get taken out at the same time. If somebody goes down, you kind of pick up positions. Control is very much kind of team oriented, and that's why most people find it quite difficult. And I think even the pros, man, I think a lot of pros kind of struggle with control because it's just one of those game modes where you have to be a bit of a unit, because if somebody loses a certain power position, it's like that area of the map is open. And when you're playing solo queue, man, it can be quite difficult sometimes to watch all across the map. We go through here. That guy just had a really good angle. I mean, I've played that angle in the past so many times, so I know how strong that angle is, especially when looking at the window. So it's just one of those scenarios where going through the window there isn't the best option. Gonna go through. We're gonna desperately chuck our stun and our nade, hoping for the best there, man. As the time goes down, 5 versus 3, we try to get there as quick as we can. But yeah, it goes down to the round 5, man, and I think that's just big plays from the opponent. If we end up losing this game now, we have no one to blame but ourselves. Massive plays from our opponents, man, on both sides, the A side and the B side. Just able to clutch up, man. That's what you want to do, man. That's what you want to do. That's what good players do. These guys are obviously crimson, you can see from their badge. And this is what good players do, man. But this challenge is going to be difficult. No one said it's going to be easy getting to Iridescent, but that's why it's going to be so fun, man. Into the round 5. Can we clutch up? We're about to find out. Now, we didn't come all the way here to lose in the round 5. Now, this is a bit of a weird moment because we got the defense, which normally you want. But in this game, man, I mean, everyone won an offense so far. I think something has to change, and I'm going to be the guy that changes the play, man. I like to be the decider for the game. So we're going to whip out an SMG, man. We're going to try to change up the pacing for this one. Not that I was playing bad with an assault rifle, just because I think I could be a bit more impactful with the SMG. Did I make the right choice? We're about to find out as we go through. We take up one. The second challenges me. We get a nice little jump shot to back off there. And just like that, we get a 2-piece to open up the round. The change in pacing seems to have worked as we go through. We've got the dead silence popped. Now, when I've got a deadie popped in this scenario, honestly, it all comes down to pacing. I say this so many times, man. And you see right there, the pacing was off. I didn't know where they were going to be. But honestly, if you get the pacing right there with the dead silence, you can easily flank them, get another 2-piece and just wrap around, man. One of those plays, something Abizi does, probably the best in the league right now, and Hydra, they're just kind of, their timings are just really, really good. Like, obviously they're the, you know, best SMGs in the game, but when you get your timings right, man, it's so easy to finesse around the map with dead silence. Gonna go through here. The guy, I know he's on my right, and we pressed the wrong corner. Just one of those scenarios where things are not going my way. I really thought I could win that gunfight. We went for the challenge. He actually has an assault rifle as well, so I probably should have won that gunfight, but we go through. We get a nice headshot there. Notice if it felt like that gunfight was quite quick, it's because we got a headshot. Normally headshots just allow for that extra, you know, the TTK to be slightly slower with a, not slower, it's very faster, because it's basically one less bullet. If you hit them in the head, normally it's one less bullet. And with a game like this, where the time to kill is so quick anyways, that one bullet actually does make a difference. You can see how quick they actually die. So if you notice sometimes, oh, somebody kills me really quickly, or you kill them really quickly, it's probably because one of you got a headshot. That's just some great reaction there. The guy literally comes in, full sends it. We get a nice kill. We take him out. My teammate goes through here, so I know that he's on the right-hand side. So we're going to wait here, wait for my teammate, but we don't have much time to kind of work with here. So we're going to go through. We actually managed to take them out. So now it's kind of the situation where we got to breathe here, take our time, slow down the game. I'm going to play a credit corner. I spot the guy here, and I'm like, you know what? I want to get out, because if I can play my life here, I'll be in a really good spot. The guy chases me, and he traps me in a corner. So it's just, again, one of those scenarios where I'm trying to make a play. It's not quite working out, man. My teammate's bailing me out this one. They're on the A point. They're playing aggressive. We have the lives here, which is massive. I'm going to go through middle just because my teammates are on the right-hand side. See if I can kind of flank them here. We don't have much time to work with. If I can go through, get the flank off and get a kill, we should be in a good spot. So I'm really trying to focus on this bottom lobby area just because I feel like there's such a powerful spot to be in for, you know, both points, man. I can literally go to A, go to B, either side of wherever I want to. We go through. We spot a guy out in the open. We take him out. The second guy is going to be there. We camera him. We take him out. And just like that, once again, we managed to finesse them. We go through and we get a nice little 2-piece. Pop the dead silence. The guy's on the hill. Going to go through. We take him out with ease. And just like that again, the reason why it was so easy there was because we played on their side of the map. Now, normally people are prone to looking forward. They don't really look back at their side of the map. So that was just a scenario we went through. We were able to flank them, get a nice little 2-piece and win the game. So if you guys can take anything from the video, I think the main thing I want to say is the one round I switched things up, we actually managed to win the defense. So do not be afraid to switch things up, even if you're playing well, if you're playing poor, whatever it is. Sometimes switching things not always works out. Sometimes it works out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and episode 1, and I'll catch you guys for tomorrow for episode 2. Peace.